Now I look back and I'm like, that's like not what I would do now. Hi, I'm Doug Cameron, and what do you want to know? I didn't have cable growing up, so whenever I was over at a friend's house and they like had Nickelodeon, I loved Hey Arnold, classic Warner Brothers stuff, all of those kind of like older generation cartoons that feel so nostalgic now. I had one VHS tape of like straight recorded Saturday morning cartoons, and that was like a really big deal for me growing up, was like popping like the VHS tape in when all the other kids had cable. Really sad. No, I actually don't think I have sung on this show yet. I might be making that up because I feel like I sing as much as I talk, so the producers might be like, that's not true. But I've not formally recorded any music for this show yet. I'll end up singing on it at some point for sure. It's like a second language to be. Oh, that's hard. I was doing this, my favorite musical, my dream role in my favorite musical, called The Light in the Piazza in London, right before the pandemic hit. We were doing that in the West End, and then we took it to LA Opera. But I also feel like it got cut short because we were gonna go on this big tour. My dream would be to revive The Light in the Piazza, reprise my role of Clara, and like bring it back to Broadway. Really, I wanna bring it back to Lincoln Center. I can't do a handstand or a cartwheel. I know, you're agog, you're aghast. And that to me feels very embarrassing. That to me feels very rudimentary. So that's probably next on my list. Yeah. Just me alone for hours. You see like a montage of me trying to cartwheel, like hitting my hands against the wall. Oh, every time. It was really intense to learn how to sword fight. That fight combat was really difficult. You have to memorize the basics first. And so like the training was very serious for that, even though it was just for like a kid's movie. It was so intense. You know, it's so bizarre because when I worked on Spider-Man, I asked someone who was doing like really painful sounding vocal work. I was like, how do you not have nodes? How are you able to have so much flexibility? Because voice is a muscle. And these people are like, there isn't one. For me, the real difficulty is switching back and forth between like opera and then something like Big Nate or, you know, any kind of voiceover that I do. Because opera, your voice has to have like no damage. It has to be like, you're living like a monk. Like it is like pure vocal tone. I remember my first big purchase when I had made money, I like had it in my head. I was like, I'm gonna get a designer bag because that's what women do. It was a Coach bag. Now I look back and I'm like, that's like not what I would do now. When I was a kid, I was, and I was earning money. Like I like had a job.
Mom, I got this.
Definitely like splitting rent so that, like my mom and I could afford living in Los Angeles. So my first paycheck, what I did with it was rent and like groceries. Thanks, PopSuger. You can catch Big Nate on Paramount Plus. And you're watching PopSuger? Is that what we're doing?